Okay. So let's go right to left, let's say.
Okay.
So burger number 1.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Burger cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Welcome to the Food 52 Test Kitchen. My name is Josh. Now that it's sort of colder here in New York, we want to let you know how you can have the best burger even when it's sort of too cold to go outside and use your grill. When it comes to burgers, the flavor is really coming from the charred bits, the seared caramelized bits. That's where the flavor is coming from. Does the grill pan give identical flavor to a cast iron? Is there a tasting difference? So we're gonna find out. I'm gonna make 3 different burger patties. We're gonna do 1 on the grill pan, 1 on the stovetop, and 1 in the oven. So typically for burger, you'll get like 80% meat and 20% fat, and that's really delicious. Some people will add more fat to their burger and make it even more, tasty, but also greasy potentially. 80-20 is sort of like the standard. Don't forget to season your burgers. If you season it up front, there's gonna be a really nice difference. You'll taste it, it's delicious. You wanna hear that sizzle when you add the meat. If your pan's not hot enough, you're gonna have like steamed gray meat instead of that caramelized, charred flavor. The meat itself has a lot of fat in it, so you don't need much oil, if any. I'm just putting a little bit in the cast iron to make sure it doesn't stick. Once the burger goes down, if you try and manipulate it and move it around too soon, it's gonna stick to the pan. One thing with burgers, you wanna put it in the pan and leave it alone. Naturally, as it's in the pan for 3 or 4 minutes, it's gonna unstick itself from the metal and it becomes easy to flip. So if you're willing to deal with a lot of smoke, the cast iron on the stovetop, you can see it's giving you nice char, nice caramelization, that's all flavor. In terms of the color on these 2 burgers, they're actually pretty similar. I was concerned that the grill pan would give you these solid lines and then like gray meat in between, but almost the entire surface has that nice caramelization, sort of similar to the cast iron. I just checked the burger that's underneath the broiler, and there's definitely a lot less color going on right now under the broiler than there is on the stovetop. I have a feeling this is gonna come down to, do you want more flavor and a lot of smoke, or maybe a little less flavor and no smoke? And that's a personal choice. If your apartment is smelling a lot like food, you put a little pot on your stove, slice some lemons, and boil the lemon water. You can put like a cinnamon stick or cloves in there. You make a nice smell to counteract whatever it is that you're doing. All right, grilled. That's seared in the cast iron. And let's see how the broiler is doing. You're definitely not gonna be smoke-free with this broiler method. This also looks very nice. This is the burger that came out of the oven underneath the broiler. It's not such a hard, charred caramelization. It's more of a gentle, even browning, which is nice. So, we're doing a test, 3 different burgers. We're answering questions from the Food 52 hotline. And the deal is, what's the best way to cook your burger? So we did 3 different methods. And we're curious to see, is there no difference? Is there a taste difference? So I'm gonna cut these up.
Oh, Josh, those are perfectly cooked.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
I just have to remember which one is which now.
Uh-oh.
I got
Don't
it,
say
I
that
got
on camera.
Okay. So let's go right to left, let's say.
Okay.
So burger number 1.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, wrong.
Very juicy.
Even though we're not using like an outdoor grill with real charcoal, I got some nice like char on that. There's some depth to that one.
Next.
Okay, choice number 2.
Yeah,
You
we
want
can
to
eat
cheers
it,
again?
yeah. I can definitely taste a crust on that one.
Yeah, it's still just as juicy, but there's more of a crunch to it.
Crust is a
that.
great. That was a
Good?
great
Very
way to
crusty.
just, yeah. And that's a big difference between the first 2.
And I'm still getting that like depth at the end too. It comes at you. It's more subtle than the first one, though.
Okay, feel like I have an idea in my mind of what that one was.
All
Okay.
right, last
Last
one.
one.
More of just the meat flavor,
Yeah.
less sear, less char.
I was gonna say,
I
that
also
felt
think-
like fully, I mean like
Yeah,
that
I was gonna
full
say that
thing.
kind of felt like the average of everything. It wasn't excelling in any different.
I know how these were cooked, and I have a sense that there was more of like a steam
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
and less sear.
Okay.
What's our winner?
Wait, we have to guess.
I meant just like of
Yeah,
these.
which one do you
I
prefer?
prefer number
the
2.
group. Oh. I definitely prefer number 2 just because of like that crust and that like sear going on with there. But
I think-
I also really enjoyed. I do a 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Yeah, this is definitely number 1. I think that one's cast iron, personally. What do you think it is?
I thought that was the griddle.
Oh.
So burger number 1 was the grill pan,
No.
where you get those there was char, but not
Yeah.
not the same crust. Number 2 was on the stovetop, and you do get that nice crust. And we
Yeah.
talked about like the surface area of the
really?
flat cast iron. Number 3 we did under the broiler in the oven, and I do get a sense that it's like not quite as hot as the
Yeah.
other 2.
It's like not direct heat
That was
either.
Yeah, yeah. The other factor, though, for New Yorkers or anyone with a small apartment not with a grill, the grill pan and the cast iron made a lot of smoke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the oven made significantly less smoke.
I just knew that one was the grill. I just knew that was it. I was so wrong.
Your world has been shaken.
All right, so I think we answered some questions there about the difference between a grill pan, a stovetop sear, and putting it under the broiler. Now that we've done our research, I'm going to help myself to a little lunch here.